And we are live. Let's check on LinkedIn. Let's check on YouTube. Okay. And we are live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the Practice Makes Profit podcast. I'm your host, Joseph Tannous. I hope everyone is doing well. Today, today is a very special day for two different reasons. Number one is the first episode. We have a few people watching us live. Let me see if I can see you. All right. I'm not sure how to do this. Forgive me. But amazing people in the house. And for those watching the recording, we're happy to have you as well. The second reason is that we have a special guest in the house. This guy has built three AI companies and has scaled his business from zero to six figures at the age of 26. I live in Hungary right now, and he has built his business in Hungary, one of the hardest markets out there, let me tell you. And he still managed to make it. We'll be asking him what are the best opportunities in AI right now? Will AI replace all marketers? How soon will we start seeing AI girlfriends? We're going to be covering all of that today. With that said, please welcome my friend, Ramzy Farhan.
Hey guys, how you are all doing? Really excited to be here. Thank you very much for the invitation. So I'm really looking forward about the topics that we are going to discuss today. So yeah,
Exciting stuff, man. Exciting stuff. Thank you for coming. And Ramzy, let's jump into it. So,
yeah,
2018, you were on the path of becoming a lawyer. All of a sudden, you dropped out, and a few years later, you started your own entrepreneurial journey in something completely unrelated. So, what happened there?
yeah. It was a long journey. I guess I figured out the traditional way wasn't really for me. First of all, I can see myself as a lawyer, and also I really wanted to work with people that I want to work with. And this is the way that you have to be a founder, or you have to set up a company for this, because if you have that kind of freedom that you can decide whether you want to work with someone, whether or not, you will have to build yourself up. And this is the main reason that I started to build companies. Most of them are failed. I had a lot of failures in the past. I started with e-commerce. It was the total failure. Then I started building chatbots. It was called Chatterminds AI. It was one of my biggest failures because I invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, also a bit of money, and it was a total failure as well. And the third time I founded Evotive. That time, 1 year ago, I was actually living with my parents. I moved to my first apartment in March. That's when I founded the second company. It's a Copilot. It's a copywriting tool. It's actually a SaaS. So I have an AI agency and I have also a SaaS product. And now I'm in Bali, and I'm just figuring out another business concept with one of my idols. So my dream actually came true. It was a really stressful journey, but I think it was worth it as well.
Yeah, it sounds like a journey, man. Because I was looking at your LinkedIn. At this point, LinkedIn is the CV. You've done all of these different kinds of things, and something completely unrelated to becoming a lawyer, which is I feel like a lot of people end up like this, even though they finish their degree, they're in a totally different field. So, what do you think of this? Like, do you think that the traditional route is still holding up, or do you think that people should start considering going through a different route?
It depends, because if you want to be a doctor or if you want to be a lawyer, you will have to first finish the school. So if that's your dream, go chase it. But I have different dreams, because I wanted work, or how to say this, time freedom, and also location freedom. So I needed an online business for that. it's of course you can work online if you are working for a bigger how to say this, bigger company, so you can
Yeah.
travel as well. It's okay. It depends really on what you want to be or become, because if you want to become a successful person, you will have to learn a lot, and also learn in a practical way. So if you have a failed business, for example, you can build up another one right away. But if you get older and you just in a traditional way, I think mostly the people are realizing this when they got their first children, that it's really difficult to build yourself up. Because, for example, my instance, I had only one job, and I used to bring ice cream for my boss, and it was really stressful. And so I have a really bad experience working for somebody else, and this is why I choose to become an entrepreneur.
You were getting
Um,
for your boss. Was that your core job, or were you doing something in?
no, I work as not a lawyer, but maybe some kind of assistance for the lawyer.
Okay.
So that was my first job. So first job, and I bring just ice cream, and also I made some kind of money, but I also saw that how much the senior guys are getting paid, and they are work like 10 years for that paycheck. And it's also really small, so you can't really just make some stuff with that. So
Yeah.
I can see myself, this is why I choose to build something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
that
take
was
me
it.
through. I want to know a little bit about your past. Like I talked to a lot of these entrepreneurial guys. They were always doing this, side hustles. They always had something on the side. So were you kind of the same way, or how did that look like for you?
I just jumped right off. I just jumped right off. So I leave the company and I started building websites, and also to try out e-commerce and stuff like this, because you have the pressure. You have to make something because you don't have a backup, and this is gives you, I think, the right mentality. Because as an entrepreneur, you will have to handle stress really good. And also, if you have another chance or the another opportunity, you can't really focus as much
Yeah.
as if you don't have a backup. So I was at the time, I just texted one of my friends that I don't know how to pay my apartment. I don't know. And this is when the real magic happens, because you will have to find a solution. You will have to make it work. And if you have that kind of stress, it's actually going to help you in the long run, because also you can handle stress more effectively, and also you can think under pressure. So I think side hustle doesn't really work as well. You can also do it, so it also can generate you some extra money. But if you want to be a full-time entrepreneur, I think you will have to jump right in and figure it out along the way. This is the kind of mindset I think people should need to become a bit successful in life in
I agree.
general.
I agree. A plan B never works, man. If you have a plan B, it never
Yeah.
works. And
Yeah.
so, was there like a certain breaking point where you were looking at your life and saying, "Okay, this is not the path that I want. I've got to change everything. I've got to change everything that I've set up for my whole life. I've got to go full entrepreneur." Was there a certain point that you came across?
I think I had a surgery with my arm, and that was my point. I had a girlfriend back in the time, and I just bought her a slice of pizza, and that was my last money.
Oh my God.
And I had to buy it because she was really hungry. But then I asked myself that now I'm full broke. I also work from paycheck to paycheck. Something is clearly missing.
Yeah.
And that's when I actually saw a video, a Robert Kiyosaki video, and I also read the whole book. and that's when it's actually shifted. And also that's when I found Andrew Tate as well. And because I grew up in an Arabic family, my father is really getting that same mentality as Andrew Tate, which is seeing things black and
Yeah.
white, and 100% doing something, and the other one is miserable.
Yeah.
So I'm really just shifted my mindset really quickly because I grew up in the same kind of mentality in my family. So I clearly understand what Andrew is talking about.
Yeah.
And then I just made my decision and just go right in, go full send. I don't like to think because I know I can think along the way, so I can figure it out. There is AI, so if I'm uncertain in some things, I can just ask ChatGPT, and if you can ask really good from the AI, it will help you a lot. So I was like, okay, let's just do it
Yeah.
because action is the most important thing after money in, and yeah, I just started out and I just failed for 2 years. And also in January, I was just back at my home. I was living with my parents. At March, I just went out for my first apartment, and now I'm in a Bali mansion. So it really just changed in a way that I didn't expect. So I'm really, really grateful. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all thanks to the slice of pizza. I mean, would you? I'd consider this
Phew.
love, man.
And
You know?
it was getting it was got a lot worse because after that I had multiple failed businesses, and I also lived at home. I just don't have any money, and also there is a path where the skill set is right there, but you don't know on how to communicate it or how to get it into the market. But you know you are smart, but
Yeah.
you can't speak about it or can't communicate it in a way that the market needs. And it's really stressful because you always know that you just need something is missing, just like a simple formula, but you can't
Mhm.
just figure it out. And also all your friends are doing great, and the old friends are lost because you can't speak with them because you have a bigger vision and are also thinking um, mm, in a different way, so you can't really understand their viewpoints, they are can't really understand your viewpoint. So you can't speak with your old friend, you can't speak with your new friend because they're doing so great, and you are just lonely and trying to figure it out on how to do better. And it's a really bad situation, but you can overcome it. You just have to take action, and you will have to find a solution every single time, I think.
Yeah. Was there like a specific moment where like you were about to break and go back to the normal path? Because I've been through, like, I am through the same path as you. Obviously, it's a rough path, lonely path. You've got to work 12 hours a day, especially at the start. You don't see any kind of results, even though you're working more than most people. Did you reach anything close, like a close point to that breaking point, to going back to the original path?
I mean, there was maybe one time that a single tear just rolled on my eyes. But maybe. But the main thing, I I always 100% sure that it's going to work, but I just don't know when. But I had one breakdown. It was a couple of months ago. It was really difficult for me because I had a situation where I just can't pay my rent and also my bills, and I also have the screenshots of it because I just cried my eyes out. The one of my friend, and I also lived on honey, like the raw honey,
Oh
because I
my
don't
God.
have food. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a complete mess up. It was the hardest point of my life. I had a lot of breakdowns. I had a lot of I don't know how to say it, traumas or panic attacks. Yeah, that was the word that I'm looking for. So panic attacks. But it was really fun because I started to talk with the mirror. I just stand in front of the mirror and I just tell myself that I can do it. uh, if I can't, who can?
Yeah.
So just do it, just get up and move on and try to find a solution and try to focus on the solution. And yeah, I did that because in that month I just I can I did an upsell for one of my client, and it worked.
Mhm.
So and from that on, from that moment, I just skyrocketed my business. So in every realm of life, I just upgrade every single thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was stressful, but I in the entire process I was 100% sure that it's going to be working, but I just don't know when and how.
Mhm. Got it. So it, you reached the breaking point, kind of the breaking point when you were struggling to know on how you're gonna even pay the bills and rent. You did the upsell, which made you survive. Was there something specific you shifted in the business for you to skyrocket all of a sudden?
Yeah, I'm started to understand my value because I worked with a lot of clients, but I don't have the profit margin to survive. And I started to understand my value that I'm I'm doing inside the business. So I started. I'm just acknowledged that I have the skill, and I also can communicate it in a way that can actually works. So I I shifted my viewpoint and I started to communicate what the client actually needs to hear and actually needs to see. And I show the client the results that we are made. And I also tell them, listen, Mr. Client, I'm going to lose my apartment. If you don't pay me this much amount of money, I will have to cancel you because I have to focus on the clients that can actually see my value, and
Yeah.
they can actually pay the amount of money that I need.
Mhm.
This was my complete pitch. So I just told Mr. Client that I'm going broke, and if they don't pay me the exact amount of money, I can survive. And it just worked. And from that on, I just upsell after upsell for every single client.
Was it only upsells or did you raise your prices as well?
It's upsells because in the software business, if you are building automations or softwares, you are mainly focusing on retainers because there is a one price fee when the client is actually
Yeah.
purchasing the module. But after that, they are going to be retainers mainly. So
Got
I
it.
focused on the retainers. I higher up the prices of the retainers a little bit, but I sold some new models in, and if you buy new models, you can actually higher the retainer amount. So that was the missing piece.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. And let's zoom out for a second, Ramsey. So I was doing some research about you,
Oh no.
and I saw some really bad stuff. I saw some really bad stuff, but I'm not gonna get into it. I'm gonna go to
Oh
the
no.
wild kind of things. So your goal in life, and please correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Your goal in life is to work so hard to get your wife a beauty salon. So tell us more
Of
about that.
course. Oh, that's a good question. I'm raised about that. So I grew up in an Arabic family. So in this you know exactly this kind of families are the men's are doing the most of the work, and exchange they want peace, and also they want their wife to do what the hell they are want to do. So this is my main goal in life, to be to provide that amount or that lifestyle that my fiancé or my wife can really enjoy, and also buy a beauty salon because nowadays every girl wants a beauty salon.
All of them, man.
All of
All of
them,
them.
all of
It's
them, all of
bad
them.
to think
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
it's either beauty
All of them
salon
want
or like a fashion design,
or
fashion
a Pilates or a Pilates studio.
Pilates studio, maybe
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
dog shelter. Oh my God, bro.
Dog
It's like
shelter. Yeah,
five things. If they actually
yeah.
did it, they would roam the earth, man. Roam the whole earth.
And this is the thing. It's going to be more likely unprofitable. So
You're just gonna be
you will need some general wealth to
yeah,
to put it inside the business, and it will work because if the
yeah.
wife's happy, everything is good.
Happy wife,
So
happy life. Yeah.
happy wife,
And
happy life. Yes.
speaking of girlfriends, the big
Oh.
question, one of the more important questions of the day. Hamzi. How soon do you think will we start seeing AI girlfriends?
Great question.
Thank
I
you.
don't know the use case. What kind of use case do you think?
I mean, you're the
So
AI guy, man. You're the AI guy. I'm
I'm
just
the
the
AI.
relevant
Okay.
question.
Okay. I will give you one use case. So I have really big difficulties on how to
Remember,
communicate.
we're doing this live, yeah?
We are doing this. Okay. 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 Okay.
Kidding.
Okay. Yeah. 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 It's going to be a good use case. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna get into that stuff. I'm
Yeah.
more likely in the live stuff. Okay. So I have really big problems about communicating my problems into another woman, and I had a lot of stressful days, and I'm just coming home, and all I want is peace. And my girlfriend has some other ideas, other problems, maybe a flat tire, or maybe a shopping cart wasn't working, or something like this. It's big problems for her also, so you have to acknowledge this. But I also have big problems, and you have to communicate in a way that it's not gonna explode, if is that's the correct word. So you have to be calm, and you have to be dealing with that situation every single time, especially if you had a stressful day. So if there is a use case, if there's any guy in the chat who are developing this kind of technology, or this kind of technology, or any kind of softwares that are utilizing on this kind of technology, please send me the link, because I want to practice it. Because I can't really communicate it in a way that it's going to work,
Yeah.
and I really need some kind of help. And also the founders can also, I think, practice it, because if you want to build a really good relationship between you and your potential woman wife, you will have to know on how women think, how women act, and how to handle a woman. And the guys, I think they are struggling to understand it, and they don't really want to understand it, and this is why they are getting a lot of anger and a lot of
Yeah.
headache. So this
Yeah.
is a really good use case. But
Yeah.
also, for example, granddads, they are missing their old ones, and they can communicate, for example, with a wife, so you can replicate the young wife. And also these granddads can actually communicate with them. It's a really helpful use case, I believe.
It's honestly, it's a good idea. It's a good
And
idea.
also for the mental health, if you have maybe a toxic ex, you can also replicate it, and you can also try to figure it out on, or just talk to them, trash talk them, or I don't know. This is a really, it's a bad use case. But
Yeah.
also, if you have an argument with your partner, you can also talk with them, and maybe you can just figure out a way on how to communicate with in real life. So
Yeah.
that's another use case.
Seems like you're looking for an Emily 55 in your life.
No,
Actually, I
but
came.
it's
So here's
it's
where I
really
got
important.
it from. Here's where I got this idea to ask you this question today, because I saw this video from Joe Rogan. Let me get this video up. So, okay, share screen. There we go. Can people see the screen? All right, there we go. Yes.
Where you can basically have a girlfriend who's an AI, but it's like a companion chatbot. And I get a lot of emails like, "Oh, such and such is a scam," and usually it's like some Ponzi scheme or some get-rich-quick scheme. This one, they were furious because the creators had sold it like, "Hey, you can have hot role play with this AI bot," and then the people developing in the app one day said, "Hey, we're turning that off." But the reaction from the community was like, "You took away my girlfriend." And these people had legitimately bonded with a bot. There's this app.
So let me tell you. Let me tell you what I think about this. I think it's guaranteed that we're gonna have AI girlfriends, 100% guaranteed. Because at this point, with time, people are getting worse and worse at communicating. Guys can't talk. Maybe they don't want to approach more. They don't want to talk. They want to stay in their comfort zone. Maybe they got rejected a few times. They're going to go through the path of least resistance, and that's going to be the path of least resistance. So maybe, I mean, if you were to ask me, I think in like 5 years, maybe 5 years, we're going to be seeing robots as girlfriends in on the streets. Maybe in the
Damn.
U.S., not in the Middle East. I don't think in the Middle East. Never in the Middle East, actually.
Never.
So in the Middle East, give it like 200 years if we stay alive. 200 years. US, Europe, maybe in the next 1 to 2 decades.
I don't
Don't
know
think
if
so?
it's if it stressed me out or I don't get the full picture, but the first question that just popped out of my head, that is it cheating to talk with the AI girlfriend if you have a wife? That was my first question. If when I see that video, but the second one is if you start to talk with an AI robot, bro, just leave that girl alone and find a new one. And that's the crazy part, because why you can't leave out your fantasies with your loved one? Just tell him what you want to do and then discuss it and then do it, and that's it. If you need to use an AI to live a fulfilled life, bro, that's disgusting, I think.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. But that's the word where the world is headed. So that is very dangerous, man. Very
Yeah,
dangerous.
yeah.
All right. So let's
See,
do.
I bring to you some good use cases, and then we say this video, and
Yeah,
it's like, oh my god, what is going on?
yeah, yeah. And let's zoom out for a second. So let's focus on your business. So you started out as an AI automations kind of guy. You did automations on different parts of
Make
the business, and
Yes.
then you focused solely on copywriting. Why copywriting out of all things?
Because I needed some, how to say that. I have my first client. It's a big marketing agency in Hungary, and they give me a job to automate the copywriting inside of this company. So the copywriters can actually just only lecture the copy, and then they can send into the client. So the copywriting job is more efficient. So that was the whole goal, and I automated it, and nobody liked that because they are professional copywriters, and the AI isn't at that point where it can generate that kind of content that a professional copywriter will look into it and then say, it's, oh my god, that's really good content. But I saw that as an opportunity, because if the copywriter says it's okay, it's not perfect, but it's okay, that means it's maybe good for the market. So if a company wasn't able to finance a professional copywriter, or they wanted to handle by themselves, they can pay me or my software a retainer fee, and they can use this platform. And it was skyrocketed because it now actually has around 500 users, and it launched in September, so it's really good numbers. So that was when Copilot was launched as a concept, because I saw that the copywriters wasn't like that, but the market has liked that a lot better. So yeah, this is why, because I had 1 year experience. So the project was around 1 year, and I had that all this kind of time and energy wasted inside of one project. Then why I not building a software as a service around that and push it into the market? And I also can say that it trained on 8 professional copywriting's knowledge, and
Yeah,
this is the proof. So this is why I launched copypilot.hu, because I had a fair project, but I reverse engineer it or reinforce it or pivoted it in a different niche, and it worked.
Yeah. So the AI is pretty much doing the whole copywriting. I was looking at your website, even though it's in
It's in
Hungarian.
Hungarian, yeah, it's in the
I just
Hungarian market right now,
translate,
but
but it's
the
pretty
main
much
challenge.
it's doing all of the copywriting for ads, literally the website, all of the above.
Every single social platform, yes. The main challenge was in copywriter is that the time to value. So I will need to bring as much value as possible inside a short time frame to be able to keep that user. So there are a lot of AI automations inside the application. So if you just only need to put your business URL inside of the platform, and it will give you the whole list of the things that you do as a company, and it also generate you the personas that you will have to communicate to, and it also scrape all your products or services, also scrape all your success stories, and also scripts all the maybe not the competitors ads copywritings. So
Okay.
it will just script everything, and then you can choose what kind of platforms do you want to write copy to or on, and you can switch between Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, web shops, websites, and emails, and also short form content is coming soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Exciting stuff. But it's like,
So
someone who does marketing in English, does a foreigner or can a foreigner use your platform?
No, not yet. Next year it will be launching internationally, but I needed to focus on more on the market because, as you said in the previous times, that the Hungarian market is the most difficult market in the
Yeah.
world, and I'm 100% agree with that, because if you can sell something in Hungarian market, you can sell it in everywhere actually.
Yeah.
So this is why I focused in Hungary to sell as much as possible with the licenses, and we are doing great with that company. So we are preparing to launch it internationally. We are also need an investor as well.
Mhm.
So we are actively looking for an investor right now. So yeah, we are going to launch in next year, and also English is going to be the first language that it's available on. So yeah.
That's great, man. That's great. You remind me of how I started as well. So I started PR in
Yeah.
in Jordan. I was doing it for doctors and lawyers. And when you talk to any Jordanian out there about PR, and maybe they don't know me or they don't, they're not in this field, they're gonna ask you like, what the hell is this? We were literally going door to door to these doctors, telling them, you need a good article for your reputation, for your credibility. How will you stand out in this market, man? And it was tough. It was tough, but because it was face to face, it was way easier to have that credibility and trust and actually do business with them. But once we did the move from Jordan to worldwide, US, UAE, etc., it's way easier, man. Way easier.
When you get your first 3 or 4 case studies, that it's going to be printing.
Yeah,
So the first 3 or 4 case studies are there.
it's just the trust, definitely. And you're automating a lot of the marketing stuff. So copywriting is one of the core things in marketing. Do you think that AI would replace a lot of or all marketers at this point?
I don't know, because at the end of the day, I believe people buys from people. So the personal touch is always going to be a key point in marketing, especially in these times where every second video is AI generated. So
Yeah,
if you can, you as a marketer, you will have to differentiate yourself from the market, and you can't differentiate yourself using AI, I think. So it's not. I think it's not going to replace by AI, but it comes as a second hand to be more efficient, and also to get rid of the repetitive tasks and only focus on what matters, I believe. And I really hope so, because if everything is going to be AI generated, I don't know. So I
Mhm.
have I have questions for that, but at the end of the day, I think people buys from people. So you have to show your face. You will have to show credibility. You will have to give some trust, and also at the end of the day, you have to make the decision. So you don't. I never relied on AI ever. So I made the decision, made always the decision because I want full response on my decisions. And when AI tells me something, I can easily blame the AI that it's messed up. But if you can think something out and figure it out, that okay, AI is give you the structure, and inside the structure, you can really think about how should it go, or how do I put this together, and then you will show it to the people. I think it's a lot better way to gather more customers. So
Yeah.
it's mainly I in the answer I mainly focused on the advertisers or the content marketing or digital marketing guys. But for the designers, that's another story
Yeah,
because
Canva just launched something new. Like it can really
yeah,
automate the whole thing. The whole thing.
yes,
Whatever.
for
How
for the designers,
doesn't
there
matter
are
how.
some problems.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
don't think it's gonna replace marketers anytime
I
soon?
don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because
Well,
you
it
have
will
to
still
you have to
copyright.
use your own brain or on how to find gaps in the market,
Okay,
because it's
but
real time or AI is yeah.
it will replace copywriting, though. I mean, that's why you're doing this business, no?
No, because I'm telling people that it's not going to replace the copywriter, or it's not going to replace you, because at the end of the day you will post this kind of content and you will also have to fine tune it a little bit. So in a way it's replacing as a writer, but you have to become a lecturer, so you have to write out the whole content, and then you can post it or maybe fine tune it up a little bit, just add that human touch at the end, because you will need that human touch to gather some customers or some leads. It's not
Yeah,
going to work using 65 emojis, because everybody knows that it's AI generated text,
yeah,
basically. So we have to get rid of the emojis, and also you have to fine tune a little bit to get that extra spice. So yeah, I think it's not gonna replace. Maybe in the long run, maybe yes, because seeing that how is this technology is getting developed, it's really amazing and it's really fast. But I think uh, copywriters won't lose their jobs if they are knowing how to use AI. So a copywriter will lose their job, and it's going to get replaced by another copywriter who knows how to write copies using AI, and the new copywriter can actually just fine tune in 5 minutes
yeah,
the whole copy. So yeah, I think this is the future. You will have to use at least ChatGPT.
yeah. And I believe for copywriting, especially, or anything related to writing, as someone who does a lot of articles, just the whole business, I believe Claude is one of the best. I don't know. Do you use it?
Now we are using custom GPT models.
Mm.
So we are not using Claude. We are using the GPT models, more than 100. So
Hmm.
there are a lot of AI models involved. One of writing the headline, the main bullet points, one of researching the personas and the companies, doing the website research, also scraping the data. So there are a lot of things involved in one single copywriting. So it's a bit complex technology, but GPT-5 is generating really good copy right now. So we have an 8.6 or an 8.5 out of 10. Um, how to say this? It's
Successful ones.
success, not successful. Happy rater. I don't know the exact word.
Yes.
So people like the content. Yeah,
Satisfied customers.
satisfaction. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, got it. And when I think about copywriting, I think about conversion rate optimization. You know, the better the copy, the more people will convert into from leads to buyers, or from viewers to leads, etc. And one thing that falls under the conversion rate optimization is credibility. I wanted to ask you, like, if you were a company as you have right now, how would you build up your credibility in the business?
Actually, I just found out this because I'm working with my idol right now, and Akush told me on how to do this. And actually, the method for this is to get a podcast with your client and ask the client that what was the situation, what was the problem when you just actually reached out to me, and what was the solution and what are the benefits from working with me. And then you can chop up that content to short form videos and then just post these kind of videos, because you can actually just say I'm the best in the world, nobody cares. But if a much older guy, maybe, for example, in Hungary, Hungarians love the old guys because they add more credibility to themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm younger. I have to build a name for me. So when an older guy says that, hey, I worked with Ramzy, it was really good because he has two really good IT guys. If they are watching the stream, hi guys, thank you very much. And the work is just simply outstanding. It's a lot more credibility, because in the end of the day, if someone else is speaking good about you, I think it's much more powerful than if you just saying out of the blue, hey, go work with me. Everybody else does that. Hey, work with me because I am the best at XYZ. But actually the client can tell the use case from problem to solution and also benefits. And I think it's a really powerful way to communicate the benefits of working with you.
Yeah.
So this is going to be my main strategy from now on. I'm just actually writing down all my use cases from this year, and then I will ask all of my clients to please get the podcast. It's completely from me. It's for free. Please go inside and just talk about what we done, what we did, and what is the future, and blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Got it. Yeah, I totally agree. And we actually do this. So we in PR we normally leverage the client success stories and then we publicize those. So instead of like only the network, your network or their network seeing this, will be we publicize the whole success stories, to the masses, to millions of people. So definitely,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. All right. And if there are more advanced people, more advanced entrepreneurs in the game, let's say they're making 1 to 5 million per year, where would you say they may not, or let me phrase my question in a better way. If there's an entrepreneur making between 1 and 5 million per year, in terms of copywriting, where would you say they should focus on right now? Maybe they have a gap here or there. Is there a certain place where you think they are missing?
I think those are emails mainly, because in this kind of market, especially for next year, the question is not how many clients that you can get. The question is that how many clients can you hold at your company. So you don't want to leave, or you just want to stick with them. And I think the best of the best thing for that is emails, because once a customer bought from you anything, it's much likely to buy from you again. And it's a really good way to use emails to target these kind of customers, to just communicate with them actually, and just tell them this is what happens inside of this company, this is the new opportunity, maybe you will get a discount from here, from here, from here, because it's a lot more cost effective, because they are already bought and the promises are over, the expectation are matched, and also they are bought from one single time or maybe 2 or 3 times, so they are much likely to buy again. So I think they should focus on the emails or the SMS. I don't know what kind of marketing tools they
Do you, do you mean
use.
like upselling through email or cold email in general?
No, upselling through email. Upselling through email. Yeah.
And how would you do that?
You have to build an audience, because if somebody buys from you, you will have that email address. For example, if you have a web shop or an e-commerce brand, you will gather those kind of emails, and you will just have to promote new kind of stuff every single 2 months, and educate also the people that are not bought from you, so you can educate them to be more of a problem solution, to find that problem awareness, and also the solution awareness, and you can educate those kind of people, and they will eventually end up buying.
Yeah, gotcha, man. And if there was someone who is just starting out, maybe they know nothing about AI. Can you hear me? Of
Yeah. Just my AirPods just dead.
course. So if there's someone just starting out, literally beginner, knows nothing about AI, they're
Mhm.
thinking about taking the leap. They want to start their own business. AI is the big thing. They want to start an AI business or a software business in general. What would you say are the steps that they need to take to start?
I mean, the first one is to find the problem that the market is hunger to solve. So the market is actually are ready to pay for that problem. I think it's really difficult to talk about this, because it's a long conversation. But I think if you want to build automations, you will have to learn how to use no code automation tools. But if you want to build softwares, I think it's much easier nowadays, because there is Lovable or Bold.new or Cursor, that you can actually just text what you want to see and how this software should work, and then it can generate you everything. But if I have to start from zero with zero experience, I will start with generating a landing for a problem that I want to solve, and I post.
Landing page, you mean, yeah?
Yes, a landing page. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Getting a little bit late here.
No worries.
So,
By the way, sorry to interrupt. Ramzy here, we were planning this out. He mixed up we mixed up the time a little bit. He's doing this 10 a.m. his time. So we've gotta give him some props
yeah,
for that.
it's 3 a.m. right now, and
3 a.m.
yeah,
3 a.m.
I
now.
had,
Yeah. All right.
I had.
Please continue.
So I would focus on to building a landing page and promoting my product as if it's fully completed. And I will set up some ad campaigns on that landing page to see how it converts, and also mix up and fine tune with the copy to
Okay.
see if everybody is interested.
All right.
And
Sorry to
and
interrupt.
also
Let's say they have zero budget. So they're
is
doing the landing page thing.
then it's called email, but
And they found it.
you have to start with the landing page. So you have to get some traffic, and also to validate your idea.
Yeah.
You can call up your friends. There is a FFF method, which is friends, fools, and family. You can also call them up
Yeah.
and to check out your new landing page. And also, if you can describe your new business model for your mom, and the mom actually can understand it, that it's a really good converting page. It's going to be a really good converting page if your mom understands what is going on. So you can start also with cold outreach. Also, you can start with cold calls. So if you don't have any budget, you can also do this kind of stuff. But nowadays there are just $20, and you can just actually get any kind of software that can do reach out for you, which is AI based. So I will just build a landing page, and I also set up a sign up form, so user can actually register. It's called the Wizard of Oz method, or I don't know, in the lean startup method. But actually, users can register. But when they are registered, they are just seeing a screen that this app is under construction or it's under in a building phase. We will notify you when it's ready. So this way, you can test it out if a potential customer would like to use your product.
Mm.
So, for example, if you just build the landing page, you can build the landing page using Cursor or Bold.new or any kind of technology in under 30 minutes. You know that because you did that already.
Yeah.
So so you can build it without zero experience, and you don't have to write a single line of code, and you can test it out, your idea. And when you get those sign-ups, you can target them with emails. Here is Mr. Registered User. Thank you very much for registering for this company. We are developing the app, but we have some questions for you. And this is when you are validating your concept. So we will ask those kind of questions that can validate your whole business concept. And it's completely free as well.
Yeah.
So you will only need just your time. And
Yeah.
then with that answers, you just export it and go to ChatGPT and Mr. ChatGPT, here are my answer. Please generate me a prompt to my website builder. And you're just developing the MVP. It's going to be 2 or 3 weeks, but it only costs your time. And then you will show the MVP for the registered users that here is my MVP. Would you like to buy it or don't want to buy it? You can just see how they are interacting with the softwares. You gather a lot of data. And then you will build the MVP 2 and you will build the MVP 3. And when you build the MVP 3, that's the sweet spot. That's the time when people are starting to pay you money.
Yeah.
And
So
if you don't have the budget, and you will to want your startup to work, you can do this method. And also, to mention it, you can build 10 landing pages with 10 different ideas, and also you can test it which one is working, and you can select the three best performance, and then you can reduce it into one, and then you have the
yeah.
working software.
Yeah, it's funny because I believe we started the same way. We both started in the landing page route. So
Yeah.
for me, we started like selling landing pages. I remember the first sale, man. I sold the first website to a coach, gym coach in Jordan. It was for $114. Richest
Mhm.
man alive. Richest man alive.
Yeah.
So uh, yeah, so the landing page route definitely works. So to sum up the steps, number one, you make your own landing page. You call people. You identify an ICP. You call people, and that's it, literally. And then you find someone who is interested, and then you sell the landing page to
So
them. And
Koyo, that please give me 200 euros. I will just test out something. If I
yeah,
if I get that right, you will get 1,000 back.
literally, and it's $0, costs nothing. We both did it.
It only costs your time, and
Yeah,
yeah, at the end, if you want to build a name for yourself, it will cost a lot of time.
yeah,
Then it will cost a lot of money, but it won't cost time, because with money you can buy some time for
yeah,
yourself, for your company. So yeah, this is it.
yeah.
Either
And
way, you have to pay with you have to pay with something, either with your time or with your money.
yeah, and so is you make your own landing page. You call people, and I think there's a third point that if you want to put it on steroids, you make the landing page before even approaching the customer, or you find a way to automate it
Of
to
course, of
show
course.
them. Yeah,
You can build it, because you can build it really good. There is a lot of AI business generator applications in the internet. You can just go to one of them, and then it will ask you a couple of questions, and they will generate you 10 ideas. And
yeah,
then you just go to Lovable. Free trial is also really good. And also they have free plans as well. So you can just paste in the concept. It will generate you a landing page. You can also just fine tune the content a bit. And then you can just actually start cold outreaching
yeah,
people. And most of the time they will ask you, okay, is there any more information that I can see? And you can tell them, yes, of course, here is the landing page. Please register to try it out for free today. And they will register, but there is no application, but you just tested that your idea is worth
yeah,
a sign.
yeah.
And
And
that's the
you,
first step.
yeah, and if you target the right people and you have their landing page ready, I mean, the conversion rates are going to be crazy here. I mean,
Of course,
and
of course.
price maybe
Ask your mom, go to your mom and explain your business. And if the mom understands, then it's
exactly
perfect. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the future a little bit.
Okay.
Or before that, actually, before that. Let's talk about AI. Someone is trying to start their own AI business. Maybe they're a beginner, maybe they're an expert, and they want to start a business. Where would you say there's a gap right now? An untapped opportunity.
I think custom software development is a really good untapped market right now, because everybody knows that if they want to purchase a custom developed softwares, it's cost a lot of money, and also it costs a lot of time. But if you understand the business as a concept, that your client business as a concept, and you also have some skill using Lovable or Cursor or this kind of technologies, you can build those kind of custom softwares in a lot shorter time period and also for a lot cheaper, because you don't have to pay senior programmers to do this kind of stuff. And also for a 1 year period, you can just hire up a junior programmer that can use lovable.com. It's much cheaper and it's much faster to get there, because AI can generate the code. So if you understand the business and you can ask the right questions, Cursor will perform at its peak and it can build the software's first phase. So the client can actually see what am I actually getting, and then the client will pay. And when the client paid, you can hire a senior programmer to use Cursor to fix the bugs, because data privacy and other stuffs are really, really important for, especially for big clients. So you can't mess that up. So you will eventually need to hire up a programmer. But for the money in stage, before the customer pays, you can do it in just your own and showcase them that here is your software, here is how it works, and it will cost you X amount of money. And the senior programmer will only just focus on the things that matters the most, for example, data privacy, and also on hosting, where should it host it, and also for the unit test that it should work properly as it's
Yeah.
supposed to. So
So
I
you
think
think,
it's really good. It's really good for, especially for custom softwares and also for custom websites, for custom landing pages,
Mhm.
because everybody, the market knows that custom things are really expensive.
Yeah.
And it also knows that, okay, that if I don't want a custom software, I just have to use Shopify, or I have to use
Yeah.
Wix or this kind of softwares. But you can build it custom. It's a lot faster, it's a lot cheaper, and it's custom.
And you think the landing page route is an untapped market?
Of course,
Really?
100%.
I
100%.
I
Especially
think
for big clients, they have a lot of promos. They have other companies, and they have other promos that they want to test. They also, if you have one promotion, for example, Black Friday is around the corner, you want to test which landing page is actually getting out the most, or which landing page are converting the best in terms of design. And it
yeah.
with the same copy, you can just generate 5, 6, 7 landing page in under maybe a day, and you can test it out in the second day, and you will find the one that is actually works.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, because I can go to Fiverr right now. I can go to Upwork. I can find hundreds of options, if not thousands, of people that will make me a landing page in 1 to 3 days. There are lots of options out there, and the reason why we got into it as the first business is because it's a low barrier to entry. Anyone can do it. So
Yeah.
is it really an untapped market?
I think for custom development, yes, okay, you can find a Fiverr guy, but for most businesses have bad experience using Fiverr or Upwork, especially for Hungarian guys. Hungarian guys just loves that if a developer is around the corner, so they can talk with them or they can meet with them. So it's really a good opportunity for the Hungarian market and also for smaller markets. For the USA, I believe so, because if you can show some real good use cases that you develop this custom software for this time period, it should also work. But for websites, it's a really good, it's a really good market. I think it's untapped market, but for the custom softwares, it's the best one.
Mhm. Got it, man. Maybe I'm not looking at this in the right perspective. Who knows?
Yeah,
So if some is watching this and you're planning to do this, please let us know like a year from now how you're doing, and we'll thank Ramsey for it.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I just saw a lot of website this year actually, which are
yeah,
our custom code because it's scaling with the company as well.
hmm,
So it's a really good communication that okay, it's a custom software. It's a pixel perfect web. So if you want to add anything, if you want to remove anything, then you can just do it, and you
yeah,
can just do it in a really fast way. And also, you don't have to pay a big amount of retainer for the website developer, or no, not the developer, the software. So, for example, if you are using Shopify or you're using Wix, you will have to pay a retainer for this
yeah,
kind of companies. But if you are developing in custom code, it's basically free.
yeah. I think the future of websites and landing pages is going to be way different, to be honest. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be fully AI. No, I don't mean AI made. I believe it's going to be very much personalized. So let's say you're interested in, let's say you want to buy a website, okay? Since we're talking about websites, and you want to do this website for your software company. So the websites are going to be tailored to what you want. So it's going to be landing pages for software. It's going to be tailored or personalized for what you want, for what the user is looking for. But I'm not sure how soon will we start seeing that. Maybe in the next 5 years. I mean, in the next 5 years, we're going to see the Emily 55s, and we're going to see we're going to see a lot of bad and good stuff. But
Also, there is one thing that just crossed my mind, that the one untapped market in the AI development space is the lead magnets.
mm,
So I think Cursor and Lovable are really good to making really good looking designs, some animations, and also this kind of lead magnets, really fast. And the lead magnets actually in the Shopify or in the Wix market are just, here is the coupon code, please enter your name and they will give you the coupon eventually. But using AI has just built a lot kind of lead magnets. For example, ROI calculators. What time of amount do you want to invest, and how many do you will get back? It's a really interactive way to tell the users that if they invest 100K inside of this Bali villa, they will get back in 10 years $1.5 million.
yeah,
And with that $1.5 million, they can buy X, Y, and Z. So it was a lead magnet. And if you want the results, please give your email. And also, you can build any kind of lead magnets, which you can sell to businesses, I think, which is right now is an untapped market. And it is working like a charm.
mhm. Right now I'm looking at Fiverr, looking up at Fiverr like lead magnets. How many options do we get? Because you're right. Like I don't hear about a lot of businesses that do lead magnets,
Yeah,
and they're very important. I think they can like 3 to 5x the amount of engaged leads.
of course. Especially if that's in a different way, like it's an interactive way.
Yeah. So actually, there aren't a lot of options. I mean, of course, you're gonna find someone for everything,
Of course.
or everything for something. You get my point. It's late. It's late today. Even not as late as you, but you get it. So, all right. And last but not least, Ramsey, what do you think is something that most people don't understand about AI, or a misconception that's happening around AI?
Whew. Maybe the first thing that it won't solve all your problems. Guys are looking to AI is just okay. This is the perfect solution for everything.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. You will have to take your time, and also you will have to see what kind of solutions are you looking for. What are the main priorities? Because AI won't solve all your problems. It won't replace, I think, most of your colleagues, but it will help you to be more efficient. So In the Hungarian market, there are two types of clients that I'm facing right now. The one is the skeptical one. I'm never gonna use AI, and the other one is really optimistic that AI can actually helps me with everything.
Yeah.
And there was one client actually shared this client shared their folder. It was like 45 automation ideas that the client needed.
Oh my God.
And when I told them, okay, listen, here are the models, here is the strategy, and here is how much it's going to cost you, it says, oh no, but ChatGPT can do it. But okay, ChatGPT can do everything, but if you need a tailored solution, if you want to have the best outcomes that you want, that you will have to pay
Yeah.
a bit more than that. So yeah, this is the two types of people in Hungary. Most of them are the the pessimistic side, because they tried AI once and it wasn't worked. So AI is shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I also told them that okay, you had one girlfriend, and that girlfriend has dumped you, but then you will eventually looking for another girlfriend, right? And they are looking at me and like, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, but how to utilize on this? And the first one is a workshop, of course, to tell them on how to write good prompts, how to talk with AI. Because here is the thing: if you want to talk with your girlfriend, maybe you will have to paint your your own image into your
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend's head. And for the image painting, you are using words.
Yeah.
In AI, you are using prompts. This is the word, and you will have to learn it to be able to communicate it. So this is the first step. And when they eventually pass that step, it turns them into superheroes. That okay, AI can do everything, so I need to automate all my business and then exit 2 months from now. Please, Ramzy, do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Now it's your problem. Well, so Ramzi, thank you for coming and sharing all of these amazing stuff and insights with us.
Thank you very
Where can
much.
people find you, by the way? Where can people find you?
I have an Instagram. It's Ramzy Farhan, so maybe you can check it out. And also, if you are guys from Hungary, maybe you can check out my software as well. It's copypilot.hu. Also, you can email me at hello.evotive.ai if you want to use the Copypilot software. I'm more than open to have an open trial for you all, because I want to test it out on how the English language is actually performing. So all you guys will have a free access, a free 1 year membership, totally on me. And for exchange, I will need some feedbacks, and also to be able to fine tune the software as much as possible. So thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure for me. It was a really great podcast. But thank you very much. I'm a bit tired. I had a rough day, a long day. So
Thank you.
yeah, thank you very much, Joseph. It was really good, especially for me. It was I don't know if the guys are knowing me, but this was my first podcast actually, and my main language is in Hungarian language. So it was a real difficult for me to be able to speak in a language that I'm not used to it. But I have to move out of my comfort zone once in a while.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Joseph.
Thank you.
To
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And this was great. Hopefully, maybe we circle back on this. So we'll get an Emily 55. Who knows, like 6 years down the road, who knows what happens? Aside from that, thank you for coming. And if you are a business owner and you'd like to get PR, get on Forbes, USA Today, etc., and you'd like to get all of this for free, and you can do all of this for free, you can click the first link below and download the full guide for this. And if you'd like to get this guaranteed within 30 days, you can click the second link below and get all of this guaranteed. And for everyone who's watching, you can like, subscribe, do all of the good stuff if you like this kind of content. And if you'd like to see more, please let me know, and we'll see you on the next one. See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.